Guys, and welcome to Scullcraft episode 5 FTB. Now, it's been quite a bit of progress since last time, and as you know, I set up this farm which makes me gold, coal dust, which I have that much of, which is pretty crazy, extra stuff like cinnabar, and rubydust, and last but not least, well, not even last even actually, iron, sulfur, and silicon. And it's all just with the cheap price of netherrack. And what I'm doing here, oh yes, another thing I'm doing is, since last time, as you know, I made the farm for all the items over here, all the items over there, and the silicon plates and iron and stuff. And it was getting overloaded by the speed at which a quarry I made was going, which, as you know, is running off the biomass system I have here, which is like pretty much interdimensional biomass transportation. And all this nether rock, which is coming from the nether from a quarry running on 9 MJ per tick, which is its maximum input. That all goes. Well, here's what I have it. So, in total, I think there are 15 slots pretty much, and I have 2/3 of all the nether rock going to the centrifuge system, and about almost 1/3 of the nether rock is coming over here, which is making me sand, which I will eventually turn into niter production. And then we have it over here, which is making sulfur. Now, if I can show you this, boom, sulfur. It's a recipe for gunpowder. All I need after this is I'll need charcoal, and I'll need niter, and then we'll have automatic sulfur production. It also makes some gravel, which is always useful because I can use gravel for making flint. And yep, I'll eventually make this so that the gravel I'm getting over here for macerating the cobblestone or pulverizing the cobblestone is going to get sent to a rock crusher to make sand and hopefully diamonds if I'm lucky. Oh, yep, that's a pretty complicated system. If I pop underneath my house, as you can see, there's quite a mess of pipes, but it all makes sense to me, so yep. Up here, I've set up an automated cactus farm. I was sick of harvesting cactus, so it's a biogas engine running on seed oil, and that's just harvesting cactus and throwing them in this barrel. As you can see, it's really efficient. It's almost full after one day. I might turn that off. Over here's my seed oil. Now, I've been watching this. It's been draining slowly, which is pretty bad, because if I run out of seed oil, this whole thing is going to shut down, and all these are running off of seed oil, so if it runs out, it's going to be pretty bad. Hopefully it doesn't run out for a while, at least until my quarry is done, so it has a chance to kind of refill itself. My biomass is doing well, however, because I'm powering all these pulverizers with a redstone energy cell, which is slowly filling up, and a pulverizer running on biogas engines. These are using biomass, not seed oil, because I just wanted to try out seed oil, see how it was. I guess it's kind of too fiddly to use effectively. And the cool thing is this biomass tank isn't even draining a little bit, especially because there's so much kind of extra wheat and stuff that's still getting fermented. And of course I have portable biomass cans in case I need those, so yep. But the next system I kind of want to set up today is, these are all full, aren't they? How can I fix that? It's pretty much the minimum amount I can have designated to, so what I think I'll do is I'll do this. I'll need an iron pipe. I've got an iron pipe. I think I'll put it here. I will need a wrench. Okay, there we go. And I'll have a third output, and it will just go like this. And that will be red. So what I can do about that is now I can put like a couple to red, one to that, something like that. So it maintains about the same ratio, except reducing the amount of netherrack that comes here. So, next what I want to do is, I'm going to have an overworld quarry too. And I want that to be processing materials as well. So, I realized why I've been kind of so off task in the last couple episodes. The reason is it's because FTB takes a lot of concentration. It's not like vanilla or something where it's pretty simple. You always have to think about what you're doing, because if you don't, you're gonna mess something up. And I messed so many things up while doing this. Everything was ending up in the wrong chests. The cells were draining from my little system over here with the netherrack and all that. And yeah, so FTB takes a lot of concentration, which is kind of why I end up with slightly derpy commentary, and I'm sorry about that. So I'll try and focus more while I'm doing these episodes. And it seems like Stealthy Jaeger is having a lot of trouble, which happens a lot of the time. So is that not how you make a singularity compressor? Oh, of course, trying to make singularity compressor with a rotary macerator. Okay, so the next thing we'll need a couple hoppers. That's the last of my hoppers, so I'll have to make more later. And where I want to send my cobble is I want to send it to a rotary macerator. Now, let's plop it down right here. And let's plop this down right there. And what this is going to do is he's going to turn cobblestone into sand. And sand, I need to compress it into sandstone. Then I need to pulverize it. So I need to make a couple pulverizers, because I used them all the ones I had. So it's a piston, flint, and this kind of stuff. So I'll need a couple pistons and some flint. And I think that's pretty much all the unique items that aren't pretty standard, which I usually have on me. Like, usually have these on me, usually have copper on me. Don't usually have flint on me. But I've been making a lot of these machines lately, so that's why I have all the stuff on me. Boom. I think that's all the pulverizers I might need for this entire build, but you can never be sure. And I have 2 biogas engines for a reason. I'll pretty much do that stuff later. Let's put these blocks away. They're taking up my inventory space. And let's put this electrum away. I don't need that. Don't need waterproof pipes for this project, I don't think. I just need stone pipes, cobblestone pipes. I have iron pipes on me. I need some wood pipes wood pipes. And I don't have any levers. I don't just need levers, though. I need redstone engines. I should have really done this before I started the episode, but sorry, guys. Yeah. Still feeling a little bit under the weather. What am I saying? Still feeling a little bit under the weather. Hopefully it doesn't last too long. But if you don't know, I've recorded all these episodes I've been making lately in a pretty small amount of time. Because, I don't know, I just feel like recording right now. Sometimes I don't feel like recording. Right now is one of those times I just want to record everything I do. So yeah. I know right now, actually, I'm still on episode 1. I haven't uploaded episode 2 yet. Partially because I lost it for a while, and then I found it again. So yeah. So, alright. Let's get this party started. Let's start building this machine. Now, this machine is no simple machine. It is not easy to build this. And alright, so the singularity compressor, this should be an iron pipe, is pretty much gonna make sandstone. And that sandstone I want then to be piped over here. And you might be wondering why I'm not using red power machines. It's because red power, I think it causes more lag than Buildcraft power. I'm not sure, but the main reason is that it's difficult to use red power compared to this. It's especially the timers, and I don't think it's necessary. I think Buildcraft pipes work fine. So next thing I want is going into two pulverizers, and also I really don't know how red power works. 2 pulverizers. That looks good. It's going into the right slot for this one, but this one I need to kind of reverse it. Alright, so this should be blue, that should be red. Alright. Now the next thing is this is going to make sandstone with a chance of niter. So this is going to turn sandstone into sand, but it only gives you 2 back, and it's going to make niter from the yellow slots. So from the yellow, what I want to do is I want to do this. And because I gave myself more space while building this time, I don't have to be as worried about, what should I call it? I don't have to be as worried about kind of making sure pipes don't interact. I had a couple spots where the pipes were touching each other. That kind of sounds inappropriate, but the pipes were like not far enough apart, and they had contact, and that's why all my cells were disappearing. My empty cells that I was draining with the I was turning into silicon plates. So that was kind of annoying when I couldn't find the problem for a while. But then I found 2 places where the pipes touched, and then they were like just messing things up. Luckily it still works fine, and everything worked okay through the night. Oh yes, I am getting seed oil. It was 1600 before, now it's 1700. So as long as I'm getting seed oil, I think I'm fine. It's probably just all the engines I think are running with about the same amount of seed oil. As you can see, this is pretty much empty. This only has a little bit left. So they're all running at about the same pace. Well, at least like the pairs. So at the same time, they drain 2 buckets of seed oil, and it kind of makes me panicky. So now what we're gonna want here is, now we want to reroute the sand we get back into the system, because we can't just throw it away. And for this, we don't need the really fancy pipes, because these are smart. Alright, so what's this gonna do is this is gonna route the items back into the singularity compressor hopper. And I'm routing things into the hopper because I might have excess stuff. And over here, as you can see, we have this sand. I want to route this sand. Now, once these chests fill up, like I want some spare sand, as you know. And once these chests fill up, I want somewhere for my sand to go. And it's going to go to the singularity compressor. So let's route that. Let's punch the pipe, let's make sure there are no creepers, because if a creeper blew up here, oh, and I'd be pissed. And I'd also be a little bit confused, because I wouldn't know where things were supposed to be routed to. Let's get this going down too. As you can see, I'm gonna eventually run out of space to pipe these things, because it's already a pretty big mess down here, and my pipes are going up, down, loopity and around, and well, I think I might need more gold pipes. Thank God I got this kind of temporary gold farm going. It's a good gold farm, don't get me wrong, but I really need to get a more permanent gold farm that kind of produces, like, in a moment's notice, it'll give me a lot, which is one of my goals, is to get all the resources getting just mass produced. So yeah. How do you get coal dust? You macerate or pulverize coal. By the way, Jaeger, I don't know why, but he asks the most dopey questions sometimes, like that. Oh my god. You just put it in a macerator, dude. I don't know. He should probably spend some time watching some FTB videos. If you don't know how I learned FTB is, I don't know what, but like, I don't know how other people learn FTB, but I learned everything I knew from watching LPs. Now, I know you might not think LPs are the best way to learn things, because, well, they're kind of off task, but you can learn kind of from the LPers projects, kind of what's good ideas and what's bad ideas, and what's a good idea and what's a bad idea, and what's really helpful, and like seed oil, I got that from Etho, and the automatic tin factory, that was also from Etho, and then the iron factory I came up with myself, because I kind of learned to look at the recipe book from all that, and like the iron, not just iron, but like the everything factory, like the coal and the ruby dust. I don't know what Jaeger's talking about. I don't know, but I think all the different mods with all the different kinds of materials are kind of confusing him a bit. So this will go into a singularity compressor. And now all I need is power. Now, I have 13 glass fiber cables. See if I can make these count. Alright, so a boop, a boop, a boop. Nope, not there. A boop. And now that this is powered, just need to get it to the compressor. I don't know if you figured it out or not. You can never tell, it just kind of rages. Alright, so now that this is going, I need to power the pulverizers. And this is just for cobblestone, by the way. I still need to process everything else, but I'm going to cover all this off later, don't worry about it. So now that this is compressing, I need to power the pulverizers in quick. First of all, I want to put these redstone energy cells down in. These kind of store power, so in case I don't need power for a while, these things would just store it up. And how I'm going to power these, which these are pretty much like MFEs for megajoules, so how I'm going to power these is just some biogas engines. And I don't think I've ever turned some of these on, but what you need to do is you need to put some lava in to heat the engine up. And this will last forever, by the way, so you can turn it on infinitely many times with just that little bit of bio power. And let's check on my furnace, because, not my furnace, but my electrical furnace. And by the way, why I'm eating bread, it's because my only source of food is that wheat farm over there. I was cooking up some cactus, yep. And what you do with this to make waterproof pipe is just like that, in case you don't know for some reason. And by the way, I'm actually pretty happy with my FPS. I'm getting 36 FPS right now, and that is pretty cool considering I'm recording with all this junk going on. Usually when I'm just playing the game, I get about 60. If I watch a video while I'm playing the game, then that like completely destroys it down at 20 FPS if I'm watching a video. But then again, I can't complain about 20 FPS. I've watched some videos, some people who lag so much. Pretty much, if you're against a cactus, you die. You might know who I'm talking about if you know what I mean. But like, some people lag so much. I really can't complain about my FPS because my FPS is like godly for some people, I guess. But then again, that kind of FPS, it's not even bad for your eyes because it's pretty much like a motion picture. It's like a slideshow, pretty much. It's that bad for some people I've seen. So, yeah. So let's turn that on, and those should fire up pretty quick. And let's see, is that working? Well, there's no sand arriving, so nope, it shouldn't be working. So let's try adding some cobble to the mix. Let's just put a stack in and see what happens. And after I get the ore processing station done, then I can fire this thing up full power. So the sand arriving here is pretty cool. It's not forgot to turn that off. So now that should be pulling items, sandstone, into the pulverizers. And these things will fill up pretty quick with the biogas engines. And still there's too much stuff going here, so the ratio is 2.5 to 1, I remember, so let's have this all the way up to 9, and this up to 8, so still the same ratio, 2.5 to 1, so hopefully that's fine, because I had a row and there was 4 here, so that's not 2.5 to 1, but now it's 2 rows to 8, so it's still the same ratio, I guess, which I think that's a good ratio. And let me just remove some of the nether brick from some nether rock from some of these, just so there's some buffer. So let's see if it's a good if it's a good amount, so that it doesn't overflow and it doesn't run out of nether rock. Over here, seed oil still going up. That's great. There's 12 more buckets since last time, and all this is running smooth. and I have a little walkway to go to the backside where there's just crazy amounts of stuff going on. Oh, we just finished a few centrifuges. When you finish centrifuging netherrack dust, you get a coal dust, 3 sulfur, which is just void pipe because I don't know what to do with that stuff, and a couple gold nuggets, which come to here to make gold ingots. The coal dust is just crazy, man. I don't even know what to do with all this. I could start auto-crafting it, but then again, I might want to use it for something like steel production. Who doesn't like steel? So, yeah. Maybe I should get a clear inventory and just see how much carbon I can craft out of that. And I know if I do steel production, then everything coming here will just fly out to nothing. Which is kind of why I want to rip all these out and kind of replace them with the standard ones and make a new industrial blast furnace. Kind of like my use, personal use, instead of just the machine usage. That's gone down by 5 buckets, but that's okay. The engines need a refill. So as long as that's going up, that's great. And I think I kind of screwed up the ratio, considering there's another rock flying everywhere now and this chest is full. How about let's send more netherrack. Let's take those away and let's put it. I need some netherrack. Don't need netherrack dust, but I need netherrack. The netherrack is just coming way too fast, man. I can't process all of it, I guess, without more centrifuges, of course. There's redstone on the ground. What? That's not good. That's no good. Oh, that's still out there. What? A machine frame? What did I do? What? I'm getting confused now. Where'd that come from? What? Okay, guys, this is kind of puzzling. I don't know where that came from, but let's put this dust away. I might just be seeing things. I might be going crazy. You never know. All right, so let's see. What do we need over there? Oh yeah, we needed some buffer or something like that. Some netherrack to set the pipe. I hate how you need the item to set the pipe. I hate how you can't select it and say, okay, I want this. Okay. Maybe that's a good ratio. About 2 to 1 or so. Because these are handling it fine. Because, like, as you can see, there's even nothing in this pulverizer. So I could send more traffic over here for sure. But the centrifuges can't handle the load they're getting, so I think that's good. I could also slow down the quarry a bit, and I think I will, considering I have this much extra netherrack dust. So let's go slow down the quarry. And I should probably charge my jetpack. I don't want to fall to my death in the middle of lava and lose everything I have on me, because that would make me pissed off, so. Alright. So, as you can see, this is a crazy system, and I love it. It's just so cool. I mean, this has only been running for a day, and I'm almost full of coal dust. I don't even know what to do when I'm done with it. I don't know, but core is probably gonna go out before they're full. But that's a lot of resources that I've gotten myself there, and the power situation. Let's see how it's doing. This MFSU is still full, so I still have lots of power to spare. Probably due to the fact that I'm not using electrical engines, because I think electrical engines consume 17 EU per tick for 2 MJ per tick, which is a terrible conversion. While biogas produces 5 MJ per tick, and it doesn't even use any energy to produce, it's just a sugarcane farm. So, what I think I'm going to do is, as you can see right now, this energy cell is filling up slowly. But it's okay if I'm wasting power. I'm going to route this thing down. 5 was too slow. 6, 7. Why don't we try 7 MJ per tick? And if that's too much, I'll slow it down to 5 or 6 or something like that. And this quarry is working its way down. And as you can see over here, in fact, it's kind of hit an opening. And I tried to pick a spot where it's almost solid netherrack all the way down, but it's kind of hard to tell where you are in the nether. It's like kind of built in layers, the nether, so this should provide me netherrack for a long time. Hopefully it does. Alright, so I don't know how long the episode's been running, but as you know, I've been recording a lot of episodes lately, and hopefully you guys are enjoying that. And yep, so now that we've slowed it down, we're still getting nether rock flying out of this chest, but let's grab a few stacks of this stuff and just throw it out, because I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of wasteful. It's actually kind of grinds on my nerves, the fact that I'm wasting nether rock. Nether rock is lava. Nether rock is ruby dust. Nether rock is just nice. And I think it's still too fast. I don't know, but I think I should slow it down to 5. But then I know at 5 it was draining all the machines were draining and it was running out of stuff. I was running it on 5 before, and then I just kicked in that extra engine and maxed out the quarry. But it'll be really wasteful to run it on 6. But anyway, biomass is pretty much unlimited. It really costs nothing. It's the same as a solar panel. It costs nothing. Besides the cost of the item. Why is there no biogas? I don't know. I think that was visual, but I can't tell. So, let's slow this thing down to 6, shall we? Not 2. 2 is just... It's like... Click. Click. I've run a quarry on 1 MJ before. It's kind of hilarious. I think you could run a quarry if you had like 100 redstone engines pumping into one line of power. I think it might be enough to move a quarry. But obviously that would be kind of derpy considering how cheap things like biomass are. And hopefully, I'm still trying to figure these things out. And I don't see any nether rock flying out anymore. So I think this is good. And I don't know what I'll do with all that nether rock dust. Over here, is this thing still have enough stuff to run well? It looks fine. So, yeah, it's all going well. I'm collecting sand. I'll eventually set up this rock crusher. I just have to find the time to do it. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. What's going to happen here, I never really explained, is I'm going to make niter. Hopefully I've gotten some already. Nope, I haven't. Okay, I'll answer that off camera. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later.